everyone, this is GamerKat09, and it's been a very long time since you've seen my face. And the occasion is that this is a video that I'm making for 7,000 subscribers. So I've been trying to figure out all week what I wanted to do for the big milestone 7K, and the only thing that I could come up with was to record a game on my PC, and that failed. That being the case, I decided to do something a little bit different since I just got a new webcam, and it's a lot better sounding and looking than anything I've used in the past. So I decided to do something that I never did: read comments. And I know a lot of people have been reading comments, but I'm not reading just any comments. I'm going to be reading good comments, positive comments, because we don't give trolls and haters the time of day or the limelight for any reason, because fuck those guys. So, just to show you guys my appreciation, I decided to pick a bunch of random comments over the last couple weeks, maybe months, and read them to you guys and maybe converse with you, answer your question, explain myself, whatever. For a lot of you guys who haven't been on this channel as long, I do value the viewers more than anything else, and I try to keep you guys as happy as possible. And it's not easy. There's a lot of you, and everyone's got different needs and wants and likes and dislikes, so in the general population sense, it's very hard to keep everybody entertained or on the same level of entertainment, or to pick a game that everybody likes. But I do my best to do what's mine for you guys, for what is allotted for me to do for you, if that makes any sense. So we're just gonna jump into it. I think I've picked out like 40 comments to respond to. And after a while, I was like, I better stop selecting comments because this is going to be an insanely long video. So, here we go. Okay, so number one is Nathan ARN. Nathan ARN. I really enjoyed it, Kat. I love your LP because you play not to entertain people, but you play to enjoy the game. You have fun with the game. As a viewer and as a subscriber, that's what I want. Well, Nathan, that's what I love to give to you, and I love to show you guys my perspective of the game respectfully as much as possible. Sometimes it's hard to do, but I do my best. Nexilus. Oh, high school. Glad my high school period never was like this. My school was pretty good with bullies, etc. The only thing you had to do was say something about it, because most people who got bullied didn't dare to say anything because the bullies were threatening with stuff. But I wasn't scared, so the bullying stopped. I'm glad to hear that. Bullying, I've been there and I've done that, and I've been bullied for probably 90% of my elementary and high school life. So I feel for a lot of people who get picked on and teased on a daily, constant basis. But one thing I have learned is that you don't give them attention. They look for attention and they do everything in their power to get attention. They find stuff that pisses you off. They find stuff that makes them look cool against their friends or whatever the hell you call those group of people. And they will feed off of it. They feed off of your fear and your anger and your hatred and your sadness and everything. They're just like fucking leeches. And once they latch on, chances are they're never going to come off. But there are ways to go around it where it's not as bad as it may seem. And eventually, over time, and after high school, and after all of the school shit is over, they will eventually dissipate into the non-existent world and be stuck working at McDonald's for the rest of their life. And then you can silently laugh inside and go, fuck you, man. Okay, next comment's from Boot Hat. When she said, come on, baby, it was hot. Her moans sound hot. I honestly don't know how to respond to that. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but thank you, I guess. Mysterious Stranger. I like the journal parts. The extra insight to the story is really cool. Also, glad to see this LP on a channel who knows how to appreciate the game. Excited for more. I'm excited for more of that game too. It seems like a really cool game. I'm impressed with how Square Enix did for Life is Strange, and if you haven't seen it, then I suggest you go watch it or play it yourself, because it's definitely not disappointing. It's going to be a really, really good series. Zatara, I'm so excited for the rest of this LP. Me too. I can't wait. Nick Vanderkooi? Am I saying that right? It's very good to see keep playing horror games, GamerKat09. Might I give a recommendation? Do you think you can try doing a Let's Play of Eternal Darkness? I actually never tried that game, frankly, because back when it came out, my parents forbid me to play anything too gory or scary, lol. Or Alien Isolation. You'd like that one. I've heard a lot of good things about Alien Isolation, but I'm trying to distance myself from Aliens for a little while after Dead Space, and I still have to work on Dead Space 2 and 3 and a bunch of other games in line, but I might consider that in the future. As for Eternal Darkness, I am familiar with the game. I've never played it, but I do know people who have played it, and they say that it's a really good game. John does have it, so if you guys would be interested in seeing a Let's Play of Eternal Darkness, I might be able to do something in the future. I don't know how soon, but I can look into it, because I hear a lot of good things about it, so let me know, I guess. BlueSit32, if you get the chance, give Dead Space Extraction a try. It's a first-person rail shooter, but is surprisingly tense and creepy due to the fact you can't always trust what you see and hear. It seems to be a common thing with Dead Space. I'm not sure if we have it. I have watched someone play it, but might be a possibility. I'll have to see. Usually, I think that one's on the Wii, and usually it's not as easy to record Wii games as it used to be, so we'll see. Rocco Let's Play. I don't know who's saying you're bad at playing this, but you're not. I've watched several of your series, and you have such a great knack for problem solving and figuring out puzzles, much more so than me. Not to mention being entertaining, that I never grow tired of watching. Keep it up. Thank you so much for saying that. I really try my best. You know, sometimes I find myself watching a Let's Play or going back and watching something that I already recorded, and even I tell myself that I'm stupid for overlooking something. For some reason, when you're recording, it's not that you get nervous, but you're always aware in the back of your mind that you're recording. So you always, you know, think to yourself like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta get this done. How long have I been recording? Is my recording still working? So a lot of things are going on in my head when I'm usually recording a game that I don't normally give enough time to focus directly in the game. So much other stuff is going on as well, because I record in an open living room, so if the neighbors' kids are outside playing and I hear the neighbors' kids, like, I swear I have ADD, because I tend to pay attention to things going on around me than I do what's right in front of me. It's really hard to focus and concentrate, so if you find myself making stupid decisions in a video game, it's chances are because I'm not fully paying attention and I'm not focused. But I do try my best, and it's not that easy, but I really do appreciate the compliments and the motivation. You guys are the reason why I'm still doing this, so thank you so much. Froggy Man says, "Hey Kat, I know you probably get asked this a lot, but what do you use to record your videos?" Well, it depends on what I do. I still have my old Dazzle, which I used to religiously use every day all the time from 7 years ago. I still have the same fucking Dazzle for 7 years, and it still works. So I use the Dazzle DVC100 when I record PlayStation 2 or Wii sometimes, because that's also in the bedroom. And then out here in the living room, I use what's called an AverMedia Game Capture HD2 PVR, something like that. If I find the description or the link or whatever, I'll link it below. But it basically comes with a remote control, and you're able to record both your audio, the game audio, and your commentary at the same time, and I find it extremely handy so I don't have syncing issues like I did. I am horrible at syncing videos. Horrible at it. So I try to avoid doing that as much as possible. I'm not the best at editing videos. In fact, it's my least favorite thing to do in the world. But that's currently what I use. I could tell you what I use to record my PC games, but it doesn't work, so it doesn't matter, but that's the gist of it. Josie Vitasari? Great LP Cat. Oh, please play Alan Wake. It's so good. I promise to punt the like button if you do. Punt. I might take your offer up on that in the future, and I'll definitely put a punt somewhere in it. I'll think of you. Thanks. Kieran Gill. My acne hurts. You should probably go to the doctor then, or face wash, astringent, something, because, yeah. Lowly EK? Whoa, this is the first YouTube gameplay I've ever seen and liked. So cool finding this again. Yeah, everyone appreciates Run Like Hell, even though it's one of also the most hated Let's Plays that I've ever put up here. But if you haven't seen Run Like Hell, it's quite an interesting game, especially if you like Dead Space, because I like to think of Run Like Hell like the grandfather of Dead Space. I don't think Dead Space would exist without it, and it also has a really good storyline. And hey, Breaking Benjamin's in it. Lucy Jarvis, Kat, you're awesome and deserve more subscribers. I mean it, you're really cool and funny, and I love scaring myself silly and watching your reactions to stuff. Thanks, Lucy. I like to scare the shit out of myself for your entertainment too. And sometimes soil my pants, which I have to change after the recordings. Not really, but sometimes I feel like it. The Gaming Superboy says, I subscribed a long while ago and I'm sad and sorry. I haven't been able to watch a lot of your videos, but I get to see this. So glad I subbed. Well, that's okay, The Gaming Superboy, because I feel like I haven't been recording as much as I used to either, so you're really not missing a much. I try to do what I can do in the time allotted for me to do it, and sometimes easier said than done. When life happens and you become an adult, you will realize one day that having time to do anything is just near to impossible, especially when you work all the time and you go to school, you know, you socialize with friends outside of the internet. You know, it's hard to believe people do that, but whew. And so don't worry, videos are going to be here for a while, so you'll be able to catch up? The fuck am I saying? So you'll be able to watch and keep up with them. I can't even fucking talk. Sajiro plays. To me, I don't think relationships, marriages work at all. I think everyone's doomed to break up at some point. 7 relationships, 2 of which lasted 2 to 8 years, and have made me kind of cynical. So this really isn't like one of those comments where it's like, hey, you're doing good, but I do like reading everybody's comments, and when I came across yours, I would just like to let you know that don't give up, you know. It's really hard to find your, you know, soulmate, as they say out there. And it took me 23 years to find mine, so, you know, that's the best I can say is even though you do have, you know, men or women in your life coming and going, it's just a part of the process. I mean, we are designed essentially to have a mate. That's the kind of life we're destined to have. And I can tell you that there are plenty of fish in the sea. And if you can't find anything in the sea, then there are other seas to go to. So you're not destined to just this sea. Maybe your significant other is somewhere else in the world and you've just yet to meet them. Cryptic Gaming. I started watching you at 8 years old, the Run Like Hell Let's Play. Now I'm 15 and I still watch your vids. Good going, GamerKat? Is that what GG is? Good going? Am I too old for slang? Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Grubbo says, just want to say thanks for braving this one, especially Lisa's jump scare. Way you reacted, I wanted to give you a big teddy bear or some ice cream or something. Anyway, this is the video that made me subscribe. GamerKat is pretty cool, eh? plays lots of games and does Afraid of Everything. Well, I appreciate it, and that's mainly what this whole channel was based off of, was me playing scary games. And if there's a scary game out there, I'm going to do my best to try to play it for you guys at the expense of my own pants being soiled and possibly heart attacks in the future. But yeah, fucking PT was one of those games that caught me off guard, and holy fucking crap. Forestero 011, I can't freaking read giraffe. I'm fluent in giraffe. Well, next time I ever run into a situation that I need to interpret giraffe, I will call you first. Alright? You people call my people? Alright. Ramo Palata Jr.? Palantok Jr.? So hard to read. I'm reading it like percentage like this. General tip, aim for the zombie's legs with the pistol to make them fall to the ground. Once they are on the ground, then they can be burned with matches, saving you precious ammo. This works even on the mass zombies, weapon zombies. This is referring to the Evil Within, and I'll try to remember that next time I play. Usually I just kind of react however spontaneous way that I react when enemies come towards me, because I don't want to die. So if I run into another zombie later on in the game, which I'm sure I will try to take your offer on that and aim low. But I try to do headshots and I'm awful at them, so maybe I should start aiming for the legs. So thank you for that tip, and I will try to remember to use it in the future. Anonymous Forever. Oh my god, I wish I could find a woman with a mouth like this that cusses a lot. Wild women have a heart to keep their head in check. All the rest are boring. Not necessarily. I just grew up in a environment where people just cursed freely, and I knew at a young age that cursing was not acceptable until you reached a certain point in your life, and depending on the situation, it's still not considered acceptable. But that doesn't mean I cuss 24/7. I can have an intelligent conversation when I don't trip over my fucking words. Heh, I just did it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. Eddie Fuzzy 5. Keep on going, Cat. Been following since 2011. Keep on going. Plan on it! David Flores. Or Flores. Flores. I'm gonna say Flores because it sounds fancy. New subscriber. I'm really enjoying this Let's Play thus far. Great gameplay and commentary. I'm definitely going to be watching all the way through to see your evolution from an okay player to a stealth master. Also looking forward to your thoughts on certain parts of the game. Well, I am by no means, no matter how many times I play The Last of Us, I will never become a stealth master. I am not really that stealthy. I'm not a stealth master. I can't sneak up on shit. Hopefully it gets better in time, but I doubt it. Thank you, though. Kieran Gill, loving your channel. You're a great Let's Player. Your voice is perfect. Funny you mentioned my voice, because I oftentimes judge myself based on my own voice, and this comes from my early channel Let's Playing days when I first started to record, back when it wasn't really well known for women to Let's Play and play video games and record themselves playing video games. A lot of people mistaken me for either a young boy or just a guy, and I was always self-conscious about how my voice sounded from that point on, because to me, in my head, you know how your voice sounds different in your head than it does when you speak to people. Like, other people think your voice sounds different, and your voice sounds different when you record or you're on the phone or wherever you hear your own voice, it will always sound different. I always thought I sounded manly. Even to myself, my voice is very, very deep. Like, I feel like I'm talking like this all the time, and there's no way for me to stop it, but it's not really that. And I hate watching myself or listening to myself, if that makes sense. Even though I have been doing this for so long, I don't like the sound of my own voice. So the fact that you like my voice is enough for me to be convinced that I'm doing something right and that I should not be as judgmental of myself. So thank you, Kieran, very much. I appreciate the compliment. You're awesome. Asamaistri? It's hard to pronounce this. This is a very good Let's Play commentary walkthrough. Just a shame the video quality isn't up to scratch. Otherwise, I would imagine you having a lot more subs. Peace out. Funny you say that, because when The Last of Us was recorded, was actually when I got my last new recorder. So I had upgraded from the Dazzle to this. So I'm working on it, but I've come a long way from just recording on a Dazzle and using a webcam as a microphone to using the technology I have to today. It's an ongoing work in progress, and equipment gets expensive. So hell, if someone wants to hand me $1 million or I win the lottery, I will put it into an entire gaming system, better mic and whatever, because it is so freaking expensive, especially when you have bills and groceries and other stuff that you need to get that you can't just delve into recording equipment. But I do try my best. You might see that my stuff looks a lot better than it did, and it's a work in progress, but you know, thanks for the advice. Appreciate it. Siri.game. I forced myself to play 15 minutes of this as a one-shot Let's Play for my own channel, and even then I could barely get through, haha. So glad we have you to do it for us, so I can watch the game unfold without actually having to control it. That's one of the primary reasons why I play a lot of scary games, or just difficult games, older games. You know, maybe people can't get a hold of that game, or they don't know if they want the game, or it's just something that they can't play. I know a lot of people, and I find myself doing it too, that there's a game that's so scary that you'd rather watch it than play it, and I feel for you guys. But if it were up to me, I would rather take the journey with you and hold your hand and show you it's not as bad as it is, even if that means that I have to scream bloody murder into your ears while I bleed and I cry hysterically because I am in so much pain and fear from playing certain games. They are getting so realistic. You gotta admit, like, technology is up there now, and it's hard to see what's fake and what's real anymore. But I'm glad that you enjoy The Evil Within, and I'm hoping to get back into it and play some more soon, so thanks a lot. Derek Shepard says, I just started watching this girl's series, and so far she seems smarter and more skilled at gaming than most male Let's Players I've seen. There's something wrong with that picture. Well, certain guys, yes. I think a lot of guys, depending on the game, they are more into like Call of Duty or Alien Isolation, like different games like that, than girls like to take the time and go through the detail. At least I do. I like to, you know, sit there and read every note that I pick up, and I like to sit there and, you know, examine every single enemy I shoot. I don't like to rush through games, and I think when it comes to guys, they like to just kind of get through it. I notice it when John plays a lot, that he doesn't take the time to look into stuff like I do. He just races through the game, and he doesn't read any of the stuff that he picks up, and I feel like that contributes to the storyline and to the development. If they worked so hard in making all of these aspects and points and collectibles in the game, then by God, why don't you fucking read it? So that way you know what's going on in the game, so when you're stuck halfway through and you can't kill an enemy, maybe it was that note you picked up like 2 hours ago that kind of hinted to you that you need to use a certain weapon on an enemy. Hintity fucking hint. We're going back to the days of like PlayStation 1 gaming, where, you know, Resident Evil hinted at you every left and right. If you missed something, then God help you, because there was no way you were going to figure it out on your own. So that's why I like to make smarter decisions, and I like to know what's going on and what's around every corner, because I like to, you know, see what's coming, so to speak, before I just jump into something with guns a-blazing. I'm not all about that. And even though I'm not always good at being stealthy, I will still try. So thank you, Derek, for that compliment, and it makes me much more reassured that I'm doing something right. So cool. Ajipan says, please do get Silent Hills when it comes out and upload Let's Play quickly. You'll be the one I'm watching the first time. Great reaction, good observation, and smart playing. Thumbs up. I do plan on getting Silent Hills whenever it does come out. I have no idea how long it's going to take. I'm really looking forward to it. I really don't know when it's coming out. I don't think they ever released a date. They just kind of released a teaser. If it's this year, fucking awesome. If it's not, then, you know, whenever I can. And I will try to get it up as soon as possible, like all new Let's Plays I do. So definitely, it's going to be on the top of my list when it's released. Absolutely. Okay, so that was the comments that I picked out, like 41 comments. Again, I would like to just take this opportunity and say thank you guys, all 7,000 of you guys. Thank you so much for believing in me, motivating me, and moving me along and keeping me through this, through the good times and the bad. And I seriously appreciate your patience with me. I know I'm not really the easiest person to watch on YouTube, and I'm not the worst person to watch on YouTube. I'm kind of the in-between. Having this many subscribers, what it means to me is just absolutely incredible that I've come 7 years down the road and I've done so much with my life around YouTube and the channel and just playing video games that it's hard to believe that it's been this long already. I'm hoping in the future, as time goes on, that I'm able to, you know, get some kind of schedule and upload regularly like I used to. It's really difficult for me in my current situation, and I really don't have a lot of the equipment and stuff that I would like to have. I just like to tell you guys, despite what I do and what I don't do, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean a lot to me. Without you, I'd be nothing. So keep on being awesome. I hope everyone has a great day and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys soon. I know Revelations 2 is coming out on Tuesday, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to play it. I love Claire Redfield. I'm going to fangirl all over that game like nobody's business. So get ready next week, because when that comes out, I am going to be all over it. I will see you guys then. Until then, I'm going to relax and snuggle my cat and do some chores and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.